I sent this grill to test out. Now, I normally do the woodworking, but I do test tools out pretty good. And I've been grilling for over 40 years, and I've owned dozens of high-end grills. So I thought, you know, I could probably give a pretty good opinion on a grill. So let's see what I think about this particular grill. The packaging on this thing was absolutely phenomenal, and the instructions were very, very clear and easy to go through. As you notice, all these seams are lining up just perfect. And again, I've put together many grills, and usually the fit and the finish is where they come up short. Like you can see where this is a solid stainless steel, so they welded the pieces together, and then they came back and polished it just to make it look nice. Another thing that I really like, and we're going to test this out, is this thing goes up to 1,000 degrees. I like to cook my steaks extremely hot. If you've ever been to Ruth's Chris, you know they cook their steaks at about 1,200 degrees. If you notice when you go to the box store, a lot of your stainless steel grills, that the cabinets down here are not stainless steel. And every one of these side panels are all 100% stainless steel. The only thing that I have found on this that's not stainless steel is this little chain right here, and then you have, I believe, all the hardware there for the mount is stainless steel. Another thing, actually, I haven't taken all the stickers off. Every single panel on this thing was perfectly labeled. I did notice that all the pre-built parts that were riveted, that they use stainless steel rivets. So the other part is this part inside here of the burner. This is a coated metal, and this is a coated metal. And then our little flame guards are the ceramic coated. Now we have the cast iron grill grates, and our little warming rack. And again, other than that, pretty much every part on here, except for obviously your knobs, are stainless steel. So for me, keeping this out by the pool, living down here in Florida, that is a huge deal, because I've had grills that this down here was not stainless steel, and then after a while that will rust out, and then your tank's falling out. So anybody can just throw some food on here and it looks like it's cooking good. But let's actually test this and see just how good of a performance this is. I've got a nice stainless steel pan here, and I've got a gallon of water measured out. So we're going to put a gallon of water in here, and we'll see how long it takes to get that gallon of water to boil, because you know, will these burners actually put out what they say they're going to put out, and the distance away and the design can make some of them more efficient than others. So we have one starter here, and there's igniters on all 5 of the burners. So now we are at a cold grill, 100 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and turn these into my light mode. All right, that's all that's lit. Let's go ahead, light that burner up. So it is so hot out here, you can't even see the flames. So we're going to make sure that these are all on high. And now I'm going to close the lid, and I am going to start my timer. And as we can see here on the gauge, the grill is already starting to climb up. It's showing to be almost 150 degrees. So at 1.5 minutes, we're at above 300 degrees here, and our water is at about 109 degrees. That's just crazy in less than a minute. So we're going to keep going and see just how hot this thing will get. All right, so we've done surpassed 500 degrees in just over 5.5 minutes, and our water is at 132 degrees. All right, at 10 minutes, we are right at 700 degrees, and our water is at about 169. All right, so at 15 minutes, we are just above 750 degrees. Our water is 203 degrees. I'm gonna let this continue on and see if it will creep up a little bit higher and just how long it takes for our water to get to a full boil. In the instructions, it says to let this burn off for 15 minutes after you cook on high to burn off any excess meat off the grill to clean it. So I'm expecting that that's where they're thinking that the max temperature is, but we're going to find out if this thing will get up a little bit hotter than that. All right, so we just passed the 20-minute mark and we are just shy of 800 degrees, and we are at 213 degrees on our boiling water. Let's see. About 156 degrees on our lid. So I can touch it. You don't want to hold your hand very long there, but you know, 156 degrees isn't cold. But it is, even though that the grill's 800 degrees, if you accidentally bump that, you're not going to melt your skin off. So I think that'll be good enough. Let's see now how well this thing will cook. All right, so since I started this, it's only been 30 minutes. Ooh, let's see what we got. So I never stopped the timer from when I very first lit the grill. So it's been 30 minutes since I lit the grill, but I spent 20 minutes checking the temperature, seeing how hot it would go up, and then I had to go get the burgers and stuff. I put 4 pounds of hamburgers out here. Unfortunately, I guess because of the grill being open and it was 800 degrees, the camera shut off because it overheated. So I ran throw that in the freezer real quick while I throw these hamburgers on and bacon, and cooled the camera off a little bit so that we could get the final cut here and you can see what's going on. The grill is so hot at 800 degrees that these hamburgers, the first ones I were putting on, were already partially cooked before I got the last ones on, because the grill was just so hot when it was cooking. That's why I got those one up on the warming rack up there. But this has been about a total of 6 minutes. So now I've cooked 12 burgers and a half pound of bacon. I could have probably put, you know, maybe 24 burgers, maybe not quite 18, something like that up on there, and with no problem, and had those cooked in like 6 minutes. Normally you're going to cut your temperature back. You know, I'd cook these at about 450 degrees, and that makes it a lot more controlled, and then it's not going to flame up quite as bad because the grease isn't going to be coming out as fast. However, I just wanted to see, like with all my tools, I try to push them to the limit to see, you know, just what I could do with this. And so I could probably, if I'm doing 6 minutes for 12 burgers, you know, 30 minutes, I could probably easily put out 50 burgers or so. So if you have a big get together, or if you just have a nice, you know, one-on-one, me and my wife had some steaks last night, put on some ribeyes, and then threw some onions and mushrooms on that center griddle, and this thing just worked absolutely perfect. All right, so, you know, this thing, you know, with the bacon and all that, really got a lot of grease in here. So according to the instructions, they're saying to go ahead and turn this back all the way up on high for about 15 minutes, and that's supposed to burn away almost all of this. So let's see if that works like they say. So even with filming and the issues of the camera shutting off, I think we did a pretty good job. Less than 10 minutes, we got 4 pounds of hamburgers cooked and bacon. Now this has been sitting for 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. And then what I like to do is I've got that bucket of water here. Is a little bit of water, you know, you hear it turn into steam about the time you hit the grill. And so that steam will help get that good and clean. You know, we've let that cook off. I mean, you've seen how nasty this was when we first left it here. And, you know, just the leaving this on for 15 minutes has already cleaned off the majority of it. And just a little bit of time and we'll be ready to go for the next time. Well, there you go, folks. That's pretty impressive. And all I can say is, from the assembly to the packaging, this thing has been awesome, and it just cooks phenomenal. I love everything about it, and I wasn't for sure if I was going to like that regular grill, but that is definitely something that's coming in handy. I can't wait to throw some steaks on there this weekend. So everything I would expect, and even now it's over 500 degrees still in here as it's cooling down, and I can touch that lid without burning my hands. So definitely, if you're in the market for a grill, you might want to check it out. The links are in the description. Until next time, I hope everybody has a wonderful day.